You can be doing your ujjayi, that would be great.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Now it's coming up. Good. So noticing your toes and feet, outside and inside. Noticing your ankles, lower legs, knees and thighs, outside and inside. Becoming aware of your hips, hip joints, across your pelvis, outside and inside. Noticing your belly and chest, outside and inside. Becoming aware down your arms into your hands, noticing your fingers and thumbs, hands and wrists. Through the length of both arms, into the underarms and shoulders. Hands, arms, and shoulders outside and inside. And then noticing the back of your shoulder blades, the space between them, the back of your ribs, waist, hips and buttocks, sacrum and tailbone. Being aware of your whole torso, front and back, outside and inside. And then noticing through your shoulders, neck, face, and head. Outside and inside. Being aware of your whole body, outside and inside, all at the same time. And then bringing your awareness to your breath. Again, or still. And narrowing your inner throat passageway slightly. so that you can begin to do your Ujjayi pranayama. Simply listening to the sound of your breath as it moves in and as it moves out. Smoothing out the flow of your breath so you have the same sound from the beginning all the way through the middle to the end. The same sound on your inhale as your exhale, and your exhale as your inhale. As you simply listen to this inner secret sound that only you can hear. Smooth, steady, and slow. One or two more Ujjayi breaths. And then you can let your inner throat muscles soften and your natural, easy breathing pattern to resume. Notice where and how your breath is moving for you now. Or any other contrast in your experience. And so we're going to do cat-cow. So you're just going to bring your knees up to your chest. So you can come onto all fours. So your knees are under your hips and your wrists are under your shoulders. If you need a knee pad under your wrist, you can have that. If your wrists are a little tight. You can open up the angle a little bit by having a knee pad underneath there. You'll tuck your toes under. And we'll start in cat. So you can start to press into your toes and knees and hands and tip your torso down. So your tailbone down. And the sacrum will kind of go flat, and then it'll start to Dip down also, and your low back starts to arc up as that arc climbs up the ribs and behind the heart, and your neck and head start to drape down. Your arms need to remain straight, no bendy elbows here as you continue to press your arms, abs, and legs. So, excuse me, arms, knees, and toes. Excuse me, arms, knees, and toes. Now, you're going to exhale and pull your abs in, and then breathe into the back lungs to raise them up like hot air balloons. And then you're going to exhale as you pull your abs in, have strength again. And breathe into your back lungs. And one more time, exhale, bring your abs in, have strength again. And breathe into your back lungs. You're still pressing into your toes, knees, and hands. And then we'll start to keep your head down, but start to tip your tailbone up behind you. And your sit bones go up behind you. Your sacrum starts to dip down towards your waist as your belly starts to sag down towards the floor. Your belly and up through your chest, everything's sagging down, and then you raise your head up. So your head is up towards so you're not holding your head way out in front. You're going to bring your ears back towards your shoulders, and you're looking out straight ahead. And as you breathe into your belly and chest, big saggy cow belly. And as you breathe out, just let your spine sink toward the floor. You're still pressing into your toes, knees, and hands. Breathe into your belly and chest. And then as you exhale, let your spine sag toward the floor, just like a cow belly. One more time, breathing into your belly and chest. And letting your spine sag down as you breathe out. And then we're going to start to go back to cat. So start, of course, continue pressing into your toes, knees, and hands as you start to tip your tailbone back down toward the floor. You're leaving your head up for the moment. Your waist starts to rise toward the ceiling and arc, your rib cage is arcing, up between your shoulder blades is arcing, your neck and head start to come down. Your arms remain straight. You're pressing through your toes, knees, and hands. And now pull your belly in, have strength, and breathe out and pull your belly in, have strength to help arc your spine a little bit more. Breathe into those back lungs, and then exhale and pull the belly in again. Have strength. And breathe into your back lungs. Exhale, pull your belly in, have strength. And breathe into your back lungs. And then untuck your toes and bring your knees together and come back on your heels. Stack your fist. Let your forehead go into your fist for a few breaths. And then you can come up and you come back to our Shavasana stack. For alternate leg pose. As we start releasing from the tailbone up. Make sure your blocks are behind you for your feet to land on. Coming down to your stack. And down on the floor, rolling up into Shavasana. Making sure your head support is under just the bones of your head, not your neck and shoulders. And then bringing your knees up with your thighs side by side so that your knees land under your ears. And then bring your hands over to your right leg. Extend your left leg straight over the support while you support your right leg with your hands and arms. Completely, fully supporting your legs so well that your leg can surrender to the support it's being given. Even if here in the beginning it's a little resistant, it can show up that way and experience it first, but you can use the power of your awareness to soften whatever holding patterns may be going on as you let your shoulders rest back. Softening maybe a little bit more. A couple more breaths here. And then bring your left leg up side by side, holding both legs. Noticing any contrast between the side, be it from the inside or from the outside. If you look down and see if your knees are in different positions, potentially here now as well. And then extending your right leg over the support, holding the left knee in the same alignment as your knee is under the ear. So your arms are doing the job not only of supporting your leg completely and fully, but maintaining the alignment. Letting your shoulders rest back. Your arms are by your side. Softening down through your belly into your hip crease. As you surrender your leg to your hands and arms, any potential holding on pattern can be softened, opened, and released to allow your hands and arms to completely support the leg. You can feel a little weight of your hands and arms, right? It pushes the weight of your hands and arms pushes from the knee down the thigh bone into your pelvis, where we're accessing the tailbone muscles. Couple more breaths. And then bring your right leg up and hold both thighs side by side. Notice what you notice for a breath or two. And then take the roll off the top of your stack and place your feet on top of the stack, the flat part of the Z. You may need to back up a little bit to get the soles of your feet to match the blankets underneath. So in other words, so the toes are not poking up. Okay, we want the soles of the feet supported because we're getting ready to go into cobbler pose. And we want the feet supported. So you may need to back up a little to let the feet match, but then you can also use your feet to pivot the stack to match where your feet are a little as well. Okay. And have your feet side by side and then open your knees out to the side so the soles of your feet come together. If you are uncomfortable, let me know. We may need to change the stack. If the soles of your feet are not touching, everything except for potentially your arches, they may not touch. And then you can either use some toe muscles to keep them together, or you can put another blanket underneath your stack. What we're looking for is that the soles of the feet can be together and your lower back is not uncomfortable. If you're watching the video later, I'm needing a little extra support today, so I put these blocks under my knees, but that's not something you need to do. Unless your feet, even if you come up on 4 Zs, if your feet still don't stay together, you may need to put some rolls or some kind of support underneath your knee. Letting your knees soften and open out to the side. Couple more breaths here. And when we come out, you're going to use your hands to help your knees come up. So bring one up and then the other up with your hand and arm. And then you're just going to pivot your body to bring your feet on the floor. So they're not up on the stack anymore, they're on the floor. With your feet side by side. I like to put them in a Tadasana angle, right? So your toes are touching, your heels are a little apart, and your legs look like a TP shape. Okay, so they're not too close and they're not way far away. They're just like a nice little teepee. All right. You can bring your hands up to the inside of your thighs. Your palms are in the inside of the thighs, and tuck your chin in toward your Adam's apple and bring your torso up with your arms, and then bring your hands out to the side of your knees with your palms facing each other, thumbs up to the ceiling. Press into your feet to make sure your back stays on the floor. Inhale to prepare. On the exhale, you're going to bring your ribs closer to your hips. Again, breathe into the back of your lungs to help you stay up like hot air balloons back there, right? And then breathe out and bring your Ribs closer to your hips again. Breathe into the back of your lungs to help you stay up because we're not bobbing up and down. Okay, we're staying up each time. Exhale, bring your ribs closer to your hips. Breathe into the back of your lungs. And one more time, breathe out and bring your ribs a little closer to your hips. And then you can soften back for a little bit of a break. Are your abs remembering how to do this, Jennifer?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Okay, good. All right, let's do one more round. So bring your hands, palms to the inside of your thighs, tuck your chin into your Adam's apple. Use your arms to pull your torso up. Take your hands to the outside of your knees, thumbs up, palms toward each other. Inhale. And as you exhale, oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Come back for a second. I'm forgetting to have you do the feet. Get a break. All right. Before we start, press your feet into the floor. Right. And if you notice, that gives you the spinal support, right? Because before that, your spine wasn't as connected to the floor, right? So press your feet in, get that support. So the spine isn't working while you're trying to use your abs. Okay. And now tuck your chin into your Adam's apple. Bring your hands to the inside of your thighs. Use your arms to pull your torso up. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees, palms facing each other, thumbs up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to bring your ribs closer to the top of your hips. Breathe into the back of your lungs to help you stay up. Exhale and bring your ribs closer to your hips. Stay up. Don't go back and forth, okay? And then breathe into the back of your lungs to help you do that. One more time. Breathe out. Bring your ribs a little closer to your hips. And breathe into the back of your lungs. And then rotate back down again. And then you can roll over to your side. Have a couple breaths on your side here. And then press up with your hands and arms to come up for a lunge.
Okie dokie.
And why are we doing a lunge, right? Well, one, it's the next step up the spine, but also those yoga sit-ups are a possible spinal tightener.
What's a possible spinal tightener for ab thing?
Yep, so is cat-cow, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, so squaring off on all fours. And then leaning to the left and bringing your right foot forward and through. Press into your block of the floor and and if you need to, you could raise your block to make some more space to come in and find your belly button. Go down and to the right an inch. You're going to press your fingers through that belly tissue and pull your belly sideways on your thigh. And then bring your palm to your front low ribs. You're going to press in, lift and lengthen your ribs toward your knee. Lower your hand, lower your block if you need to, and lower your head all the way down. And then you're going to shift forward. Get your blocks and hands so that your wrists are under your shoulders. So you're moving your hands and blocks forward and aligning your wrist under your shoulders. Then you scoot your foot to get your ankle under your knee. So your arms and shin are perpendicular to the floor and you can lean into your bones. Bring your shoulder blades together, slide them down towards your waist, let your neck and head hang down. And then press into your hands and shift your hips back. Bring your knee back to the floor. And then we'll do the other side. So this time you're going to lean to the right. Bring your left foot forward and through. And reach into your low left belly and press your fingers through the belly tissue toward the spine, pulling your belly sideways on your thigh. And then slide your hand underneath your chest until your palm is on the front low ribs. Press into the ribs, lift and lengthen them toward the knee. Lower your hand, lower your head. And then shift forward. And then you want to get your wrist under your shoulders and your ankle under your knee again so that you can lean into your bones. So your bones support you.
Yay.
Yes. Imagine letting them do their job, right?
They're so wonderful.
Bones are for support, muscles are for movement. Bring your shoulder blades together, slide them down towards your waist. Let your head just dangle down. Then press into your hands and shift your hips back. And bring your knee back down to the floor. So come back to your Shavasana setup for a JP twist.
Well, it looks like the sun is working to come out here.
Oh yeah, not here yet.
It would be wonderful.
Maybe it's on its way. It's very foggy here this morning. Was it foggy for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So holding your knees and then rolling to the right. Come down, let your legs come down so that you are in a knee bone, wrist bone alignment with your legs and your arm. And of course, your upper palm is on the side of your waist with your elbow and shoulder just dropping back behind you. And you've got a 90-degree angle at your knee joint. Your toes can either be stacked or the top toes fall forward of the bottom toes. And then turning your head up to center and bringing your knees up to center. And then rolling to the other side. And once again, knee bone, wrist bone alignment. Your upper palm on the side of your waist with your elbow and shoulder. Just surrendering down with gravity. And your feet coming forward so you have a 90-degree angle at your knee joint. With your head still turned toward your knees. And your toes either stacked or the top toes can fall forward of the bottom toes. Noticing if there's any contrasting experiences on this side from the first side in any way, physically, energetically, emotionally. It could be any way that your body is a complex piece of equipment, right? And it stores many things, many patterns. There could be balance in this pose, or there could be imbalance. And turn your head up to center. And bring your knees up to center. And we're going to go back to alternate leg. So let your left leg go over the support. Make sure your extended leg is in alignment with, so that knee is under the left ear. And then the right knee that you're holding is also still under its same side ear. So right knee, right ear. Since we're doing alternate leg twice, there's a rich opportunity to see if the experience of your alternate leg is changing, evolving.
Say that again, Chandra.
Because we've done alternate leg more than once, you might
Yeah.
have a nice little marker in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Is there a different experience of your alternate leg? And you could share it if you want.
Well, just noticing that in the position we just finished, in this one, my right side seems stiff, whereas the other side does not.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be better, get better as we go.
Yeah, my alternate leg was much more cranky the first time, and I just feel a little more normal inside of it now. Normal meaning more release, less like my hip creases, and I don't remember it entirely, but it just feels less cranky is the word. Also, my shoulders are resting back now automatically, whereas before my shoulders would I'd have to tell them to go down and then they come back up and now I'd have to tell them to go down again. And then bring your left leg up and hold both legs. Notice any contrasting experiences again. And then extend your right leg over the support. Hold your left knee in alignment under your left ear. Do let your shoulders rest back. And you find just your arm muscles and maybe some pecs if you need to, but predominantly we're using the arm muscles here. And the shoulders relax back. Couple more breaths here. Bringing your right leg up side by side. And we're going to do cross knee pose. So cross your right knee over your left knee and reach around for your furthest away leg. How's your sacrum doing?
Much better, thank you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thanks very much.
My pleasure. And this is another sacral release, so
Yay,
layer of it in there.
yay.
Couple more breaths here. And then unwind your knees and cross over the other side. Left leg in front this time. So I'll tell you something I'm noticing. It is really cranky in my hip socket or my hip crease, which is a sign of tailbone tension. Okay. And the tailbone and the neck and shoulders have a relationship, right? They're the two counterparts of each other. And I've been having some left neck tension last couple days, including this morning. And I can feel that in my left side hip crease right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, it's just confirming what I know. But as I stay here, the hip crease is starting to soften. So that's telling me that not only am I getting the sacral release, but it is going down to my tailbone as well. Maybe my neck will be feeling better.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm feeling some nice, just got a nice sensation in my tailbone.
Okay, so uncross your legs and roll to the side again.
Interesting stuff.
Truly. And then coming up with your hands and arms. I'm gonna do cat-cow. So you're squaring off on all fours. And you're gonna tuck your toes under. Make sure that we're really lining up like two sides of a door jamb, right? Your knees are under your hips. Your wrists are under your shoulders. Your toes are tucked under. And you're going to start pressing into your toes, knees, and hands, and it's going to start to tip your tailbone down. Your sacrum will start to tip up, your pelvis essentially, right? Sit bones are going down. As your pelvis comes up, your waist starts to come up. Your low ribs in between your heart, that part of your ribs, your neck, upper torso, and your neck comes down. So you're going to breathe out and pull your abs in half strength to help with the continued arcing up through your spine. And then as you breathe in, you'll breathe into those back lungs, right? Help them rise up like hot air balloons in that way. And then breathe out and pull your abs in half strength again. Breathe into your back lungs. Breathe out and pull your abs in half strength, arcing your spine up as you press your toes, knees, and hands, and you're pulling your abs in and then breathing into your back lungs. And you can start to let the air out and your tailbone and sit bones start to tip up again toward the ceiling as your sacrum evens out and then starts to tip down toward the floor. Your belly comes down toward the floor. And the arc starts to climb up through your whole spine, just mindfully being present to it all. And of course, then as you come up towards your neck, your head comes up. And you want to bring your head back toward your shoulders as you look forward. And then you're going to breathe down into your belly and chest. As you exhale, let your spine sink toward the floor. Again, breathing into your belly and chest like it's like a big, saggy cow belly. And then you're exhaling and letting your spine sink toward the floor. You're still pressing into your toes, knees, and hands. You breathe into your belly once again and your chest. And exhaling, letting the spine sag just a little bit more. Noticing if this feels different. In whatever way your pose feels different to you. Okay, and then we're going to tilt the tailbone down again, leaving your head up. You're just working with the tailbone. And the sacrum's starting to tip up. And so as your waist starting to, everything's climbing up your spine as you arc up using your toes. Keep pressing into those toes, knees, and hands. And then your head comes down. And as you exhale, you're pulling your abs in half strength to continue to accentuate the arch in the upper back. And breathe into those back lungs to help you stay up like hot air balloons, right? Your arms are straight, you're exhaling and pulling the abs in half strength, helping you accentuate the arch a little more. Breathe into your back lungs. And then one more time, breathing out and pulling your abs in half strength. And then untuck your toes, bring your knees side by side, sit back on your heels, stack your fists, put your forehead in your fist. And then come on up. So, what did you notice about your marker pose this time?
Was this the marker pose?
Yeah, the cat cow.
Mm, Chandra, I'm not thinking of anything in particular. Glad to be doing it.
Mm.
Did you
I
notice the difference?
Yeah, I actually I've never really had this response before, but I felt by the time I came back down into child, I just felt so still. I still feel very still and quiet. My mind is downgraded from its thinking, and I, it's just smoothing out. Like I can feel the undulation more. I have more presence. That's what it was to the undulation the second time, right? It just and when I could sense and be present to it all, I could work with it, oh, arc up here, arc up here, arc up here. Okay, oh, let it down, so it got more, everything became more present, which helped the whole process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's re-release. Did any of that, now that I shared, did any of that resonate for you too in your memory or no?
I'm feeling uh, kind of a good good spaciness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at too, I'd say. Yes. Okay. Well, it sounds like maybe we didn't tighten the spine the second time because it wouldn't probably feel like that. But that's why I wanted, you can feel why I've been wanting us to do the abs, right? The importance of that to arc the spine up even more, like stretch out all those joints of the ribs so that they can breathe. We can breathe better. It's really nice for that too. Uh,
Wow.
but in
Well,
case, go ahead.
well put.
So it's likely though that we might have tightened, and regardless, because it's a possible spinal tightener, we're going to do a lunge to re-release. So come on to all fours again. If you have an active day ahead of you, I'm going to have you do right leg forward first. If you are in that spacey place and you want to kind of stay in it a little bit more or go into meditation after your practice, then go left foot forward. So you choose today based on those descriptions, which foot you want forward, and then bring your belly, rib cage sideways onto your thigh. Bring your palm to your front lower ribs and lengthen your rib cage forward. Lower your hand, lower your head, shift forward. Get your wrist under your shoulders, your ankle under your knee. As you surrender and let your bones, so you're really trusting your bones to support you. And that trust allows the surrender to happen. And then press into your hands and shift your hips back. Bring your knee down to the floor. And we will do the other side. So lean opposite of the foot you want to go forward and bring that leg forward. Press into your opposite side hand so your same side hand can reach into your low belly as you pull your belly sideways on your thigh. And then bring your palm underneath your chest to the front low ribs. You're going to press in, lift, and lengthen toward your knee. Lower your hand down. Lower your head down. And shift forward. Then you bring your hands and blocks forward so your wrists are under your shoulders. And then scoot your foot to get your ankle under your knee. So your arms and shin are perpendicular to the floor. Your neck and head are draping down. Couple more breaths here. And then press into your hands, which will shift your hips back. And then bring your knee down again. And then bring your blocks back behind you. Or behind your stack, sorry. And we'll come down for our closing twist in Shavasana.
Yep.
And I'll extend the same invitation if you'd like to be more in a spacey or meditative kind of space. When we do the twist, you can go to the left. If you need to get into your day and go be a little more active, you can go to the right. So I'm going to let you choose. You bring your knees up and you're going to roll whichever side it suits you in the moment. Come down. When you land, you're going to do, of course, knee bone, wrist bone again. And bring your upper palm to the side of your waist. Get your knees at a 90-degree angle. And surrender your elbow and shoulder behind you. And then you can turn your head up to center and bring your knees up to center. And then roll to the other side and come into all those familiar angles of your knee bone and wrist bone, your upper palm on the side of your waist, 90-degree angle at your knee joint. Your head stays turned toward your knees. And surrender your shoulder and elbow behind you. Couple more breaths here. And then turn your head to center. Bring your knees up to center. And extend your legs over the support into Shavasana. So you can let everything integrate in all this new information to the body. It's kind of cataloged and stored. And so letting yourself settle back and settle into your body as it's completely supported. And then noticing your toes and feet outside and inside. Notice your ankles, lower legs, knees, and thighs, outside and inside. Notice your hips, hip joints, and the space between them. Across the base of your pelvis. Outside and inside. Becoming aware of your belly, your whole belly. And up across your whole chest. Belly and chest outside and inside. And then following across your collarbones, down your arms, into your hands. Noticing your fingers and thumbs, hands and wrists. in and through the length of both arms, your lower arms, elbows, upper arms, underarms and shoulders, outside and inside. Being aware of the space from the shoulders to the shoulder blades and the space between them. Notice the back of your ribs, waist, hips, and buttocks, outside and inside. Being aware of your whole torso, front and back, outside and inside. And taking this awareness from the shoulders and through the neck and into the face and head. Neck, face, and head, outside and inside. Being aware of your whole body, outside and inside, all at the same time. Or being aware of awareness itself. Follow your awareness into its source. Rest in that. And allow for a nice, long, deep in-breath. The soft and easy emptying. And another. And wiggle your toes and feet. Wiggle and stretch your fingers and hands. Roll your neck and head from side to side. And stretch. Move in any way you like. And you can bring your knees up and roll on your side for a couple of breaths. And then press into your hands and arms and come up to comfortable seated position.
It's a delightful Shavasana
Yeah.
and class.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
Thank you.
It's designed to be nice, right? What can I do? It's it doing what it does. Namaste.
Namaste.
Meditate if you feel like it. You're super primed.
Yeah, yeah, it's scheduled. It's on my schedule.
Awesome.
Thank
All right.
you. Take good care.
You too. Bye-bye.